Katie is a dancer, and so she travels a lot, and so, it's difficult to get you staying in one place for too long.
This is my only week here, full week here until May.
Wow. How do you think that affects your dating life?
It doesn't make it great.
Yeah. So traveling's not the best thing for dating. Are you a FaceTime guy? Or are you more of a phone call guy?
I'm phone call, FaceTime.
Phone call. You want to actually face it in person. Don't have time to think about your answers.
But then again, I also don't do Snapchat or I have Snapchat, I have Instagram, I have all that, but I don't really post anything too often. That's just not my game.
It's good. You're old-fashioned dating.
I'm very old-fashioned. I didn't used to be, but now I am.
See, we're gonna bring it in the podcast studio. Now this is very old-fashioned podcast way.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Kendall Long, and you are listening to Down to Date, the podcast where we bring in two complete strangers to see if it's a match made in podcast heaven. Today we have Katie and Brandon, and we're going to see if they are down to date. You guys just officially met. How are you feeling?
Great.
A little antsy, but yeah, I'm feeling good.
So far,
a little nervous.
So far. It's good to have a little bit of the nerves, you know? Because it means you care. That's what I find.
I think so, especially.
Yeah, so we're going to hop right into this. We're
I
going
care
to try
about you.
Already, guys. Already have some care going on. We're going to hop right into it. So the first section we have is called story time. So the object of this is that you will each have a minute to say your entire life story in as much detail as possible. And what I like to remember during this section is that this is an important minute. You don't want to just say the boring stuff like siblings, family, blah, blah. Although that's cool stuff. It's not boring. But you also want to talk about, you want to kind of talk yourself up a bit. This is kind of like the, I am cool because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
so
cool.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Bravery.
Yeah, I'm not ready, but I'll go first.
Thank you. You
All
can
right,
see
Brandon,
my stress.
you have a minute on the clock. Are you ready?
No, but yes.
You have no choice. On your mark, get set, go.
24, still live at home, going to school, very outgoing. I love all sports. I could say I'm pretty good at everything sports-wise. Not mentally. My mental capacity is not there. Oh, snap. I'm good at putting in gas, doing laundry. I'm very independent, do all that stuff on my own, right? Very good qualities in a guy.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not
You
a
still
full
have
minute,
30 seconds left.
see, this is kind of like going on.
Hobbies.
It's like doing an impromptu speech, and
This is true.
It's a monologue.
you feel like it goes by in 2-3 minutes, but it's actually only been 30 seconds.
This is true.
But,
Right now, I feel like you're stalling.
I think
I am stalling.
But that's okay. I'm going to do the same thing.
That's also what I'm good at. So, I'll take that with a grain of salt.
Nice. Well, thank you. Record timing, life story.
I could do that again if you wanted me to.
Oh,
but-
no, you're completely fine. You know what? You did get a lot in there, actually, despite you're just a fast talker. This is good.
Oh, no.
Katie, now it's turned to you. Are you ready?
It's okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
No,
ready.
now you have your
ready.
minute.
Just
I
ready.
had some time to
I
think
can
about
talk
it,
for a minute.
unlike me.
Yeah.
No, I was listening.
That's true.
Let's see.
He's
okay.
a good listener.
Here we go.
Okay, life story in 1 minute. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay. That was so much stress.
See, not so easy, huh?
I'm not good at explaining my life story, apparently. But I grew up in Memphis. I'm 22. I dance a lot. Oh my god.
Take a sip of water.
I'm
Reset,
like
reload.
shaky. Serious. I went blind once for like a month.
Oh, dang.
And I've had some concussions. I'm just going through my medical ailments now. I'm trying to think of entertaining things. I have a lot of them. Oh, I love sci-fi stuff. I have 15 seconds left.
I'll add to your. It'll be more of to my interesting things. I actually had what's called strabismus in both of my eyes.
Ooh.
So I had
wow.
2 lazy eyes growing up.
Really?
But
They're correct now.
they are correct now. I did get surgery, but the thing was I could always control it. So
Oh,
it was
interesting.
it
Like
only,
a lizard?
You had to be
I
like
guess.
consciously
In a nice way,
Like-
like a nice lizard.
That's like a cool superpower if you think about it.
I abused that so much throughout high school, and it was a lot of fun for me. I never looked at it as a bad thing, but yeah, I can make my eyes just go in either direction.
Really?
So,
I almost want to see it.
Beyond thankful I can't do it anymore. I'll
You
tell you
can't
that
do it
much.
anymore?
No, I got surgery, so I got them corrected.
Dang it,
yeah.
I was so excited to see it because I've never seen that happen before in person.
That's a hidden talent.
So
It was a hidden talent.
yeah.
To say the least, yeah.
Oh my god.
So you guys, wait, you went blind for a month?
Yes.
I didn't know. How?
Yes, you did. No, I've heard you probably didn't know that
Yeah.
actually. So I was swimming in my grandmom's pool, and I was like in second grade, and no one wore goggles, but I like goggles because I'm cool like that.
That's the cool way. That's definitely the cool way to go.
Oh yeah. And so I got chlorine in my goggles, and I got chemical burns on both my eyes.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, that must have been so scary.
But then my uncle's an eye doctor, and he was in the pool with me. So
Oh,
he
that's
was
great.
like,
Obviously, that
something's
wasn't able to
wrong.
help, though,
Well,
right? Because you still went
I
blind
know,
for a
I was
month.
like, I still was blind, but it's
Well,
fine.
I'm glad you guys
Wow.
both have lovely vision. You can see each other now, you know? which is-
Yeah.
which
Now
is
we can.
great.
It's a blind date.
One thing we never really touched on is siblings.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. So talk about
Okay.
siblings. I want to hear a little bit of information about that.
You want to go first?
Either which way.
I'll go. So
Okay.
I have one sister, Anna Claire, who you've met apparently, and you know
Yes.
Damien is my
Yes.
brother-in-law.
Right on.
So he's just married into the family. Yeah.
Ooh.
Very well then. Yeah. I have a twin brother. So
Really?
it's always been kind of interesting. Not really like too attached to the hip, but I mean, we definitely have our differences. I would say we're kind of opposites, but in the same way, we're very close. So
I have a twin as well. I always see it as like puzzle pieces where you're very different, but you fit the right parts of each other's lives.
it really is that way though, because we
Yeah.
have dogs that I call them twins. They're from the same litter. It's of 8 dogs, but yeah, they're also polar opposites. So
Really?
they kind of fit that puzzle.
That's like a
together.
Game of Thrones moment, you know? Like when
Oh
you
my
have
gosh,
like
yeah.
the siblings with the dogs of the same pack. And it's like a little family pack going on.
Yeah.
dire
like
wolves.
some
That's
Starks.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so you've met Katie's sister. Oh, so this maybe is like a little I mean maybe, you know.
We've never met.
You've never met.
We know
That's-
some
But-
of the same people.
in the same circle. You're in the
Yes.
same circle.
But I also
interesting.
thought that I recognized you when I first saw you. So
Oh, he was peeking at that Instagram.
Oh, that's probably it.
yeah.
Peeking on
Instagram
the
makes it
Instagram.
so-
lurking on Instagram.
Instagram makes the
Before you
world
knew
so
my
much
name.
smaller. But it's true though. Instagram or social media makes the world so much smaller because you see so many different kinds of people all the time, and when you see them in person, you're like, I already know you.
I know.
You know?
I
So it's
kind
like-
of like it this way though, because then like you don't know anything about the person. You don't have like any expectations of what they're gonna be like. So
Right.
this is fun.
That's definitely what our world's become too, though. You know,
Yeah.
like that's
True.
but that's also why I don't really like doing online dating or anything like that. Because then you have to. It's almost like you have to get to know them over text before seeing them. Right?
Exactly.
Like that's where I definitely feel like you had said an OG, right?
Yes.
I think that's what you said.
The
at least.
criteria I feel like before meeting someone in person is this person going to kill me? That's
That's a
obviously,
big
you know,
one.
is this person going to kill me, and am I attracted to them, and do they seem funny?
Yeah.
You know,
Which I don't have to worry about anybody like necessarily killing me.
that's
Like,
true. This is
I'm
true.
200 pounds. Like I can fend for myself, but I do understand that perspective from
Yeah.
Yeah.
girls
yeah.
at the very least.
Avoid
but-
death at all costs. This
Avoid
is,
death.
This is the online dating world.
I feel like I can hold my own.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you dance like every day.
Yeah.
You got like those strong dance. You
I'll just
karate
distract
kick.
them.
Yeah.
Just run away.
Exactly. Well, okay, so we're going to go to the second section. This is called the things you never want to bring up on a first date jar.
Perfect.
This is my favorite part because this is the jar to be feared. I mean, I don't know. You guys don't seem like the kind of people that have a lot of fear in your eyes.
I feel like that's where I usually gravitate towards on the first date is like saying things that I probably shouldn't say.
Really?
Not like a.
Perfect.
That's my humor in a nutshell. So I think that's.
Really?
Yeah, that's
all-
kind of where I
that's good though.
gravitate.
You're just like lay it all out there.
You lay it all out there. If you like it, then you like it. If you
Are
don't,
there
you
any questions that you hope any questions you hope to not have in this jar, Katie?
don't. If you had to think about it for that long, there might be a
Honestly,
few.
I don't think so.
No?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love the bravery. Katie,
bravery.
Would you like to go first?
Sure. What color? I'm gonna go with blue.
Blue.
What religion would you associate with? I am a Christian.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's
to the
it.
point. You
To
know?
the point.
Brandon, what religion would you associate with?
I would say I'm agnostic. I'm definitely open to finding religion, and my family was sort of religious growing up, so I feel like that I wouldn't say it veered me away from being religious, but it definitely didn't help with making me like feel like that's what I wanted, like incorporate in my daily life. You know what I mean?
You want to find your own. Like,
I've always been about that, finding my own path and like just discovering myself. So
I get that.
yeah.
Would you say that religion usually plays a really important role in dating?
It can.
Yeah, it depends. Honestly, I've never had an issue with it though. Like I believe what I believe. You can believe what you believe.
I mean, if I were atheist, I'm sure that would be a little bit different. But yeah, I think
down debate right now.
Let's go. Starts a full-out brawl on down today.
Right. All right, Brandon, your turn to pick a question from the jar.
green's my favorite color.
Ooh.
What is the hardest thing you've had to go through?
Oh.
I would say there's like a big tie with a lot of that. That's a deep question.
These are deep. I was expecting like.
Waste no time.
Oh, no time.
Let me think about this for a second, because I'm trying to think of what would be the best thing to say on a podcast. There's definitely like
reveal your life
Guys,
story.
the podcast is not here. The podcast
You're right.
is a chariot in which you express yourself.
yeah, but whatever I say now will forever be held for everybody to know.
This is also true.
I gotta think for a minute. Honestly, like, I would say the first breakup I went through was pretty difficult, because I'm a very loving person, and especially like when it comes to family, friends, relationships, whatever, I think that I just have a very deep association with all those things. So it's like I take it very seriously, and I'm very loyal. So like when nothing went wrong per se, but just like I would say that was tough to go through, like not having that anymore. It's like having a family member that you don't have anymore, which I've also gone through.
How about you, Katie? Is there something you went through that was really difficult?
See, I should have like prepared and thought about my life before I came here, but I did not.
A meditation on the
So
life.
therefore, I should have meditated. I have like really bad anxiety, so I guess that's it. Like very bad like anxiety. Used to, like a while ago, I had depression, but like I'm over that now. So
You don't seem like a
that's the
depressed
hardest
person at all.
I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
That's
Crack the code.
Crack the code. Worked through it.
yeah, that's an amazing thing to
Yeah.
triumph over.
Yeah.
It is.
So that's probably the hardest thing I went through.
I love it.
But
Appreciate
I got through it.
All right, next question. These are great.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared now. I was excited at the beginning. Here we go. Okay. What do you think happens after you die? Ooh.
We'll hear a Christian's perspective. No.
Yeah, I'm like, you already know. Like, I hope I go to heaven.
What is heaven for you?
I think the cool part of that is I have no idea.
Okay.
Like, I have no idea what heaven would be.
Because I've heard of so many different interpretations of
Yeah.
it.
I think I couldn't even fathom what it would be. So I'm just like...
Because it's beyond what our brains can comprehend.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel,
kind
right?
of how I feel. I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of blind faith, but like, I don't really need to know. So I'm not really like...
Yeah.
I think it'll be great.
It'll be positive.
It'll be positive. That's all I care about. It won't be hell.
Yes.
That's it.
For you.
For me.
Me, on the other hand, if there is a heaven and hell, I gotta watch out.
Gotta watch out.
No, I'm a good person, I promise.
What
But
do you think happens after you die? You're agnostic.
so I was actually discussing this with one of my friends the other day, and we were talking about reincarnation, which I can't get into that. But, I respect people's beliefs, and I do think that, you're entitled to not necessarily believe, but kind of know what happens for yourself. So, I don't know. It's up in the air for me. When I die, I'll face that. But
Yeah.
I'm
So, like,
not.
when I die,
yeah, I don't know. I would like to think there's a heaven, but for me to turn into a tree, I don't know if I like that.
Well,
Ooh.
you have to think about it this way. I was also thinking about this. And if energy is neither created or destroyed, and one dies and their energy goes into, say, a tree, perhaps maybe they are a part of the tree in some way.
But look at the Amazon forest. Like I
I
don't want
know, that
to. I don't want to
sucks.
be a tree at this time of hour.
No, that's awful.
What
yeah.
do you
that
think
really
you would
is
be
awful.
If you could be reincarnated as anything, what would it be?
I like
I
that
would
question.
probably be a peach.
A peach.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Interesting fruit choice.
Yeah.
Why a peach?
I don't know.
Is that your favorite food? Is that
It's not even nearly my favorite fruit. I don't know. I think it's because I got a big bum.
Oh, I was
So
gonna
it's
say,
like-
I was thinking
so
of
the
the peach
rounded
emoji.
part of the peach.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a
But-
big fan of James and the Giant Peach. Just like
That
That
peach
was
went-
a good movie back
you
in the
know,
day.
Peach
but-
went on an amazing adventure.
yeah.
Yeah. So peaches go on an adventure. I could admire that. How about you, Katie? What would you want to be if you could be
Ooh.
reincarnated?
Oh my gosh. I would want to be no sort of fish.
Why not fish?
I don't like fish or
Oh. They don't have any emotion in their face.
yeah, and they
I
like
can see
live
that.
in the ocean.
The ocean's great.
The ocean's great, but like imagine living there. It's dark. It's sad. You can't talk. I love to talk.
That's true.
I need to be
That's
able to
true.
talk. So I would want to come back as
A parrot.
a parrot.
All right, I think we're going to do one more.
All right, I want a scary question.
Yeah, bring
Oh
it on.
gosh.
What are your thoughts on same-sex marriage?
Oh.
Well, this is easy for me because I don't even. Yeah, no, my twin brother, the other half of me, is gay. So I think that I've always had like a love and respect for people in general, and I've always felt like everybody should be entitled to have, do whatever they want to do.
I like that. How about you, Katie?
Yeah,
How do you
I
feel about
mean,
that?
you know, most of my friends are gay. Like, I usually hang out with gay guys because they're awesome, and 2 of them just got married, so it was great. They didn't invite me because it was like a Vegas wedding, but
Those Vegas weddings.
slightly bitter, but it's okay because we celebrated when they got home, and only one person
Vegas
was there.
weddings are always completely last minute, I feel.
I know, it was
so
last
it's
minute.
hard to,
so I was like,
get everyone to travel to Vegas,
yeah, no, but I
Understandable.
think
I
everyone
recently
should be
went
able
to
to
a
do what they
Vegas
do.
wedding as well.
Really,
Yeah. They're great. They're fun.
they're fun.
Yeah. We
They're-
should let's do another Vegas wedding. Let's do another one.
Let's go.
Okay,
Will.
let's
You
go.
guys ready?
Down. The next podcast is down to get married.
Down to That's
in
actually a good
Vegas.
idea. Down to get married in Vegas.
Wow.
We're gonna bring like a guy to
Season
officiate
2.
weddings.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so after those crazy in-depth questions, we're going to try to, take it a little bit easy. We're going to go into game time coming up next, so stay tuned.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we all want to do the right thing to keep our bodies healthy in the long run. I know I especially try to eat at least one kale salad every day. Actually, it's impossible to eat a kale salad every day. So because it's impossible to eat a kale salad every day, I like to take Ritual vitamins. They're just 2 easy to take capsules, providing 9 essential nutrients. All the nutrients that you probably wouldn't get even if you tried to stuff your face full of vegetables every single day. It's just a good way to get all the good stuff inside of your body. I, for one, travel a lot. I'm constantly on the plane, and you know that plain food does not have all the nutrients you need. So Ritual has been a really good vitamin for me to take on the go, just 2 capsules every single day. Ritual is traceable and transparent, which I absolutely love when it comes to vitamins. For obsessive label readers like myself, all the Ritual's vegan-friendly, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free ingredients and their sources are out there for the whole entire world to see, so they're not hiding anything from anybody. And Ritual is also delivered. A subscription is easy to start, and it's easy to snooze. It's only $1 a day to have all the essential nutrients your body needs, delivered every month, no strings attached. Guys, you know I like no strings attached. Better health doesn't have to happen overnight, and right now, Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Fill in the gaps in your diet with Essential for Women, a small step that helps support a healthy foundation for your body. Visit ritual.com/long. That's ritual.com/long to start your ritual today. That's 10% off during your first 3 months at ritual.com/long. So go check it out. Ladies, are you still searching for the most comfortable bra? I know my favorite part of the day, at the end of the day, is taking off my bra because I feel like I'm literally releasing myself from constraint. Well, all your problems have finally been solved by Tommy John, the brand that's built its reputation on comfort and quality. Tommy John has launched the most comfortable and supportive bras and bralettes on the planet. Literally, I mean on the planet, because I have one of these bras, and it's kind of like the comfort of a sports bra with the support of a regular bra fused into one. So if you prefer a more constructed bra but hate metal underwires, problem solved. Literally problem solved. I do not like metal underwires. I've had literal wires impale me in my chest, and we just want to avoid all the impaling. This is no booby trap. I'm serious, no booby trap. Try it risk-free today at Tommy John. No adjustment needed. Hurry to TommyJohn.com/long to get 20% off of your first order. That's TommyJohn.com/long for 20% off. TommyJohn.com/long. Guys, if I didn't say it enough, that's TommyJohn.com/long for all your problems to go away.
Let's go! Bring it on. It's about to go down.
All right, there's a lot of energy in here. Everyone's really excited about game time. Are you guys prepared?
Of course. Always
So,
ready.
game time's one of my favorite times because, you get to see that competitive nature and that glint in each other's eye. And I feel like both you guys
Okay.
are fairly competitive people. You had mentioned,
I would say.
Brandon, that you do sports. Dancing is very competitive,
Very
Katie.
competitive.
So I'm really I'm intrigued by how this is going to go down. We are going to be doing a debate.
Oh.
Yeah, what better way to show the competitiveness than to show a game of wits, a
Yeah.
battle of wits.
Battle
All right.
of wits.
So, the debate topic I'm going to bring forth is, would you rather be a superhero or a supervillain? Now, I will assign you each a topic. You guys have to defend this topic to the death.
Okay.
Katie, you're going to be defending villainy. I knew you wanted to. Brandon, you're going to be the vigilante. You're going to be defending being a superhero.
That's what I would have chosen anyway.
This is perfect.
Perfect.
So we're just going to lay it out. I think, Katie, you're going to go first. Brandon,
Okay.
you're going to counteract it. Feel free to interject. Feel free to let her know that being a superhero is the best. Katie, being a villain is awesome. You want to
Yeah.
really rock it. So, Katie, you
villain's
have the floor.
awesome.
Support being a villain.
Okay. Well, first of all, villains aren't all bad. Like, my favorite villain in all of Marvel, at least, is Loki. And that's my favorite character, actually. And he's a trickster, but sometimes you never know if he's going to do something good. So, villains can be good.
Yeah, but
But they're not supposed to be. I know.
but it's not for the best intentions. All right.
Yes. But,
It's like saying a cheater could be good.
well,
but
yeah,
I
they're
still
not
made you
good.
breakfast.
But I still...
Yeah, no. Who cares?
I still made you breakfast. Well, villains are more complex characters generally. They have more backstory. They have more depth to them than just like, I'm going to do good.
Yeah, but then again, like being a superhero, I get to live my life knowing that I did the best that I could, which obviously doesn't really matter too much. But
Did you do the best you could because of ego reasons or because you actually
no,
want to do
definitely not
good?
for ego reasons. I go out. I'm like, is it Batman? Where he, honestly, is it Batman where he's living his daily life? I'm not even gonna use an actual. that would be
You
terrible
need
for all
to
the Batman
work
fans
up
out there.
on your...
So Batman's like a normal guy
Comic
who gets
books.
all these gadgets, and he's like, I'm going to change because,
Yeah,
DC's Iron Man.
but that's the thing is like I get to live my daily life. Nobody knows who I am.
Well, it sounds like Katie's, her villainry is really, it's enticing. I'm slightly
you-
leaning towards being a villain. You need to.
Yeah, I
was a
mean,
superhero.
villains are the shit. I love villains. Villains are the cool kids.
What? But really, how are superheroes better than villains?
I mean, I could fly if I want to.
So can
You know?
villains.
Yeah, but then I get like government funding to be poured into my projects because they want me to save everybody. So I get all the badass equipment. I get the nice house. I get everything. You have to go in some
I
like
get a
lower
lair.
dungeon. You get a layer that's like tucked away from everybody. You like to talk, don't you? So you don't want to have to be around anybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
a battle going
You
on. We
know,
got a little
I-
battle.
Like to talk, but I would have like a minion. I would have like a pet or something that I could just like.
A slave.
No,
Yeah.
like a pet, like
Okay.
a little like
Just another
like
word
the
for a slave.
Grinch's Max.
Oh.
Like, the Grinch was a villain. Another thing about villains, there's a lot of like villains that save the day, like Snape and.
That's an oxymoron. That doesn't go together. Villains
I
that
guess
save
they
the
turn
day.
into heroes.
Yeah,
So technically, you're supporting heroes in this sense.
No,
that argument was pretty compelling towards
I
heroes.
think that
I didn't say
villains-
anything.
I think that I'm not good at arguing, but villains are great.
We are going to be getting really in depth. In front of you two, there are flashcards. And on these flashcards, there are questions you are each going to be interviewing each other with. taking turns. So, Brandon, you're going to be going first. But one thing you don't know is that I'm going to be stepping out of the studio while this happens. You two have to facilitate this on your own.
Okay.
So,
Throwing us under the bus, Kendall.
I trust you guys. You know,
Okay.
I
You're
trust
the
you guys to
professional
facilitate
here.
this. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a little coffee break, but here we go.
All right.
Okay. I'm ready. I feel like I'm on like a late night talk show.
All right. That's a good way to look at it.
You know?
So finish this sentence. Right now, I'm feeling
Exuberant.
exuberant. What a good.
What a good word.
That works. That works very well.
Or fun.
Fun?
It's my first instinct.
Okay.
What are you feeling?
I'm definitely. I would say prior, like right now. Yeah, it is right.
Right
I should have
now.
answered that right now too.
Yeah. You are feeling.
I'm feeling rambunctious.
Oh. We are killing it with the words.
I looked up all of these words before coming here.
Oh, yes. Okay. Ooh, this one's fun. If there was a sudden zombie apocalypse at this very moment, what would your plan be?
I'd buy 1,000 guns, and I would probably throw everyone that I know under the bus to save myself. No, I think...
What the hell?
Well, because I would decide who's the weakest, and I'd keep the strongest.
Okay.
Because
So you would keep me.
eventually, everyone's fucked. So it's not like I'm
That's
gonna...
not true. I think I would survive.
If you-
100%.
If you're basing this off The Walking Dead, you're dead wrong. That show...
You're right. Okay. But in my head, I would survive.
Okay.
Which is very false. I wouldn't, but I would
Dance your
like
way
to
out
think
of
I
it.
would. Yeah.
That would actually work. They're slow.
They're
you know?
slow.
So you can just kind of like slide to the
Just
left. You know?
slide. Just Cupid shuffle around them. Like, I think if there was a sudden zombie apocalypse, I would run up to the roof.
Run up to the roof.
Yeah, so I can like.
Just be... That's anxiety in a nutshell. Like, you're stuck up there for a long time.
I don't know why, but like if there was a plan right now, that's like whenever there's an earthquake, I literally just run.
So what were the first 3 things you remember wanting to be when you grew up?
A spy, a dancer, and a cake decorator, actually.
Spy.
A spy. I still want to be a spy. It's on my bucket list.
Yeah,
Either play a spy or be a spy. I might be a spy. You don't know.
so like what kind of spy? Like, because I don't want to get myself into trouble here. If you're really good at, I mean, I'm not a cheater, but you can be lurking right through everything that I've ever.
No, like a badass spy. I don't know.
Badass spy.
I haven't really thought through it, but a spy.
Like a 007.
Yeah.
Is James Bond a spy?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, that type of thing. Like in the
Yeah.
CIA, no one knows. I think no one would expect me to be a spy. So then they would be like, I
That's
could have a
true.
good cover.
Well, maybe we'll send you to Russia.
That's it. That's
Maybe
where
we'll
I'm
send you
going
to
after
Russia.
this.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be a spy. I remember I used to really want to be a professional baseball player. Those
I
dreams,
could see you doing that.
those dreams died
You look like a
from getting
baseball
injured. Yeah,
What
but-
injury?
I got a hairline fracture and the growth plate of my elbow from pitching. So
Ooh.
yeah, but Dunzo, that's a separate part of my life. Growing up, honestly, I've always loved sports so much, and those were always my passions. So I would say anything sports related. Like now, I mean, over a year ago, I wanted to be a pro golfer. So it was like that became my next biggest hobby and interest. But again, those dreams died from
Oh.
getting injured.
All
So-
your dreams are dead.
Yeah, no, I got to do things that don't require a 24-year-old body to keep up.
Okay,
You know?
yeah.
Like, because the older I get, I'm starting to realize that I'm made out of glass. So yeah,
I'm definitely gonna have to retire in like a year. My body is broken.
yeah.
My,
I'm
like,
sure your toes, if anything, like
oh my gosh,
they've taken a
that's
lot
why
of the
they're
heat.
under the table. That's why that's not my best look. Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say 3 things, but those are
3 things.
Those are my main 2.
Main 2. Say another one.
I would say 3rd thing, truck driver.
Oh, interesting.
Not at all.
Fun.
Not-
Like, that's a goal right there. You could do that one though.
I'm a good driver, and I feel like it's pretty easy to drive, especially long distances for me, because it just goes by relatively fast. But
Do you listen to podcasts?
do I listen to podcasts?
Oh.
Little plug right there. I got a podcast coming out.
Speak it up.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be my profession, but I'll just go with that. I think
Okay,
that
cool.
works. It's
Shrug back.
adequate.
Okay, a genie grants you one wish, but it expires in 1 year. What do you wish for?
Be a pro golfer.
Oh,
Yeah.
even if it expires in 1 year, that's still like great.
Yeah, I mean, I get my little claim to fame, and not fame, but I get to. The bottom line is, I just want to do what I love, right?
Yeah.
So like, even if I'm not good at like golf at the end of the day, I love to go out there, just be on the course, like experience a new type of atmosphere. Like I made it a thing where wherever I travel, I want to golf there as well.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and I was golfing with a 93-year-old man the other day, so I could do that at 93.
Disintegrate as he was golfing.
He was playing better than me for the most part.
Wow.
But
you
yeah,
go
no.
93-year-old man.
He's just hitting it straighter.
I would probably. I need to read the question again.
What would you do if a
Oh.
genie were to grant you a wish for a year?
I would become a teleporter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, your answer just crushed mine.
No, pro golfer is awesome. That's what you love to do, and I love to travel, so therefore I would teleport. But I hate flying.
So what 3 traits do you like the most about the person or people you are with?
I like that you make eye contact, which a lot of people don't, and I like that you are funny and fun, and I've used that word so many times, and that you are honest and like chill and
Yeah.
like easy to
Appreciate
talk
that.
to.
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of the same in you, but I would say that you have although I could tell that you have maybe some slight nerves, like you were very outgoing as well. You have a great smile.
Well,
and,
thank you.
And I think that like you've gone through a bunch like with like you said, anxiety and whatnot. But I could tell how much you've persevered from it, and you have such a lively personality. So it's really cool to watch,
Yeah.
and be a part of.
Yeah.
So.
Getting along pretty well on your own.
What'd you do on your break?
I was secretly listening on the side, but looks like you guys had a pretty good conversation without me. I don't know if I should have my feelings hurt or not.
But you brought the good conversation together.
Ooh,
So
I'll
it's
take
all
it.
you.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So right back with down again.
Yes. After you guys got to know each other a little bit more going through all of this, we are going to be going to honesty time. I know. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. We'll be separating you and, kind of getting down and seeing how this whole experience went. Katie, you are first. Brandon, would you mind giving us a little bit of time?
I sure would.
Shoes tell a lot about a person. And, when you go on your first date, you want to go and walk into that first date feeling like you're putting your best foot forward. But cheesy lines aside, in 2009, Shoe Dazzle created a new way to spoil women who love fashion and lust after shoes. Shoe Dazzle is on-trend fashion at an irresistible price. It's chic, inclusive, impulsive, and, dare I say, extroverted. These shoes can range from your casual black shoe. My favorite one is the Eleanor Lug Soul Booty because I like that just casual black shoe. Or they have literally crazy styles that will go with a really amazing outfit, like that standout style. After taking a super quick 60-second style quiz, you'll receive a personalized showroom of pieces specifically catered towards your own unique styles. So my style would more so be city, things I can kind of mess around with. I like a really big sturdy boot. And by doing that, it helps take the guesswork out of what styles are best suitable for you. With just a few clicks, Shoe Dazzle is doing all the homework for you. So make sure you enter your email address once you take the style quiz, as you'll receive exclusive monthly discounts and the inside scoop about new collections that haven't been released yet. It is coming into fall, so you want to get all the insider scoop on the new boots that are coming out, new fall shoes. I know I definitely need to refresh my style. And right now, my listeners can get their first Shoe Dazzle style for as low as $10. That's 75% off your first items using my special link, which is shoedazzle.com/long, L-O-N-G. And make sure you guys get my favorite shoes. I'm all about that Eleanor Lug Soul Booty, and I also love the Brooke Booty. You have to get the products while they're in stock because designs change monthly. So they go really, really quickly. So make sure you guys check out shoedazzle.com/long. Again, that's shoedazzle.com/long. shoedazzle.com/long, L-O-N-G. Make sure you guys go check them out. Honesty time. You and Brandon seem to be hitting it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. You guys like have similar energies, similar
Yeah.
vibes. Would he be someone that you would normally see yourself being interested in?
Yeah, actually. He's very like, he's just easy to talk to. It's very, it works. You did well.
I can't take credit for this. You know, there are inner workings that have combined you two. But yeah, so it's interesting that you both experienced like having to have like eye surgery or things around the eyes. I mean, maybe you are blind, but now you can see. You know, you both have a new take on life.
Oh yeah, it's a new take on life. You could see to the sides, and I could just not. Yeah, no, that is weird. We have a lot of similarities, but not too many, because that would be like really boring.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
interesting enough. Like he seems super interesting.
Yeah. How do you feel like his take on the debate, the superhero debate?
Oh my gosh, it was hard to debate a villain. Actually, I thought it would be easier.
You did a really good job.
Thank you.
I was very impressed.
No, he was. I mean, I would have said more superhero stuff. I think I would have won, but that's okay. That's
I feel like secretly you won. Secretly you won that.
I'm not competitive at all.
But we'll go all the way into the beginning. When Brandon was doing his 60 seconds, he seemed a little bit nervous going through the 60 seconds, you know?
Yeah, he seems he just seems like not normal boring, but like a very like good dude.
Your faith is really important to you.
It is. It's very important to me, but I mean, I've dated people before that didn't have my same religion because most of my friends and stuff don't have my same religion, and the people that I tour with don't have my same religion, so it's not an issue with me, but like it's not going to change my views though. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's not an issue with me at all.
Was there anything that you heard of as like a red flag throughout the entire process, or anything you thought,
Not really. I mean, the only thing that like it's not a red flag. It's the only thing was religion, but that's not really that much of an issue with me. So like, you know, that's it. Yeah, there wasn't really any red flags.
This is going to be like dates that have no red flags.
Like, yeah, we don't want red flags. I usually ignore those red flags.
Throw them out the window. Do they exist? You know?
No, they don't.
Those are to be discussed at a further date. You know?
Yes.
So, I mean, Brandon's going to be coming in here afterwards. What do you think he's going to say?
I don't know. I'm nervous. That's like...
These are good nerves. These are like butterfly nerves.
No, these are good nerves. I hope he says the good things. I hope he says good things. But if he doesn't, you know... Yeah. We'll see.
But I mean, it seems like also he has a lot of different passions. Like he's gone through a lot of different passions, whether it be baseball, golf, truck driving now.
And I like that.
Really?
That's fun. He has awesome. Like a lot of different interests, and so do I.
Yeah, following your passion, actually going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which works because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, yay.
Exactly. So overall, good feels. We got some good feels going on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
So we're going to bring in Brandon for some honesty time, but thank you so much, Katie.
Okay.
I'm excited to see how this goes about.
Thanks, Kendall.
Honesty time. So first impression, I mean, you come in, you guys meet each other. What's your first impression of Katie?
I thought she's really like upbeat, you know, really sweet. So definitely
sweet and upbeat.
Sweet and upbeat.
Sweet, you know, those are good adjectives. But you seem to have a lot of similarities. You both have like really like positive energy, and you both like seem to be following your passions and things that you love doing. Yeah, no,
that's definitely that's a cool thing to have, because I feel like for the most part of my life, I had always felt like in the back of my head, I knew what I wanted to do, right? And then I felt like, because I'd watch my other friends, you know, a lot of my friends are very successful, which is very cool. I love having that. But I also felt this like outside pressure to feel like I had to do something, make more of myself, rather than try to, you know, go after some sort of profession that's very far-fetched.
Yeah.
So
you might as well go all the way if you can. You know, take the risk.
100%. Like, and I think it's at the end of the day, it's whatever really makes you feel happy, and whatever you love is what you should follow.
Is Katie someone that you would normally be like your type?
Definitely. Definitely.
It's solid answer.
It's someone that truly knows themselves and like isn't trying to put on some sort of shield, and she's just willing to be out there and have fun and see how it goes.
Did you notice any red flags as we were going through the podcast? Anything that made you think like, oh, this might be something that would be an issue down the line?
No. I mean, maybe with her being a villain, I don't know what that's all about.
That's true.
Because like,
Villainous.
I don't see a part where villains win ever.
How about religion though for you? Is that something that's important for you?
No, like I said, I'm open to finding religion. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that if anything, like, you could use it in positive ways, and I'm sure there's also ways that you could have it negatively. So
I had Katie in here. What do you think Katie was talking about during honesty time? Do you think she's into it?
Do I think she's into it? That's
hey, I gotta lay it out there.
I'll be selfless. I'll be selfless. Yeah, I mean, I think that I think she has a very similar personality, so I think she probably enjoyed the enthusiasm, and I know, both of us were probably a little nervous coming into this, so, and this isn't necessarily a setting that you'd imagine on a first date, but at the same time, like, it works. It definitely works,
This is true.
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened.
I'm sure. I'm sure it can go either which way.
All right, so let's see which way it goes. We're gonna bring Katie in and see if you two are down to date.
All right, let's
Are you ready for the moment of truth?
I'm ready.
All right, so I have Katie and Brandon back in the studio. We are going to see if they're down to date. In front of you is a flashcard. On one side it says not, the other side says down. On the count of 3, I'm going to ask you to reveal which side. Are you down to date or are you not down to date?
Okay.
I'm going to count to 3. You're also going to be saying it in your microphones, so all the listeners can, hear your guys' reply as well. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
On the count of 3.
I'm nervous.
Make sure you show it to your cameras.
Right, to the cameras.
All right,
okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
On the
Let's
count
do
of
it.
3. 1, 2, 3. Down.
Very down.
Yay! You know what, guys? I can't say that I didn't expect that, but I for sure thought there was some down energy here.
Yeah.
There was some down
energy. Some big down energy.
Some down energy.
So, Brandon, why are you down to date Katie?
I think that it'll be something that'll be I think it'll be good for us. I think that this was a nice segue into actually dating and to see, like, because putting you out of your comfort zone is something that sometimes you reveal the best out of someone. So
yeah.
I think this is a cool setting for us to really do that.
Yeah.
Oh, how about you, Katie?
Sorry, what was the question? Sorry.
She's like fanning herself from the.
No, I honestly, my brain is not.
No worries, my brain as well. After that, talk about the shots.
I'm still on alcohol.
Katie, why did you say you were down to go on a second date with Brandon?
Oh, because it's it's hard to meet people in LA, and I think this is a cool way to get to know someone, and you don't have to have the awkward so what do you do for a living, all those awkward questions, because you have the questions, and
for sure
it'll be fun and super. I think it'll be awesome.
As people who are now professionals at dating, because when you're filmed dating, it means you're a professional.
There we go.
What is some advice you would give to everyone out there who is looking for someone to date or wanting some advice about dating or how to find the right person? What would your advice be?
I'm a little bit harder on that because I like to be myself, and I don't want to rush into anything. I think it's important to find people for the right reasons, and whatever that reason is entirely dependent on yourself. So I would say just be yourself and try to bring the positive energy, and if somebody likes you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. And so
I agree.
you don't want to force anything, and at the end of the day, if something were to happen, then you got to realize it's for the best. That person would never have liked you as much as you would have intended them to,
It's true.
So
Honesty and transparency. How about you, Katie?
Just don't take dating too personally. I mean, if it doesn't click with someone, it's not because you're awful or they're awful. It's just because you don't connect, and always give people a chance.
I like that. All right. Thank you so much to Katie and Brandon. Thank you so much for coming into the studio. Guys, if you want to hear more about Down to Date, don't forget to rate, subscribe, follow, spread the word about Down to Date, because love could be made in a podcast. You can also check us out at Down to Date Podcast on Instagram. And stay tuned for more. That was a really bad way to end it.